And as we mentioned, charging documents for Hernandez show he had been in Maryland for months while investigators searched for him. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost continues our team coverage looking into how a wanted criminal was able to travel all across the country undetected.
There are a lot of questions still unanswered surrounding the suspect himself. Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez, a 23-year-old from El Salvador. But before we get into those unanswered questions, let's first start by building a timeline of this suspect's border crossing history based on information we have from ICE. He was first apprehended by Border Patrol agents here in New Mexico on January 19th, 2023. He was expelled to Mexico that very same day, but just a few days later, he was picked up again, this time near El Paso, Texas. And just like the last time, he was sent back to Mexico the very same day. On February 6, 2023, he was picked up again near the same town in New Mexico. And just like the other two instances, he was again sent back to Mexico the very same day. On February 13th of 2023, for the fourth time, Martinez Hernandez crossed the United States border illegally, this time near El Paso, Texas. And in March of 2023, police say Martinez Hernandez was the suspect in a home invasion and an attack. They allege that he attacked a woman and a 9-year-old girl inside of a home in LA. This image is from security video showing the suspect leaving that home. And in August of 2023, Rachel Morin was killed, found dead along the Mon Pa Trail in Harford County. Then on June 14th, 2024, charges were filed in Harford County against Martinez Hernandez related to the Morin case. And the very next day, June 15th, ICE issued a detainer while the suspect was in Oklahoma. And on June 20th of 2024, Martinez Hernandez was extradited from Tulsa back here to Maryland. And that brings us back to some of the unanswered questions surrounding this case. Let's start with just two of them. How was he able to bounce around the country? Who was he staying with while he was in Maryland? We took those questions directly to Harford County Sheriff Jeff Gaylor. Here's what he said.
I have information about where he was staying and who he was staying with. At the sheriff's office, we're still working a very active investigation to put that timeline together. And as I've said, if there are people who knowingly aided and abetted, either in Rachel's death or helped him escape accountability for so long, I want to have those people charged as well. I've heard some talk about different like day labor, different small odd and end jobs, but nothing specific, and nothing like being funded by any outside source that I'm aware of.
Sheriff Gaylor is keeping a pretty tight lid on some of those details, given this still is an active, ongoing investigation. But one topic he's speaking freely about, and that's the immigration policy nationally.
So it's very concerning to me that our citizens of this country are put at risk.
Sheriff Gaylor says he's long been a proponent of former President Donald Trump's border wall plan and says leaders in Washington need to figure out a solution.
Politics are what is wrong with this issue. This is a public safety issue.
With border security one of the key issues in this year's election cycle, we asked both Maryland's U.S. Senators Chris Van Hollen and Ben Cardin about the country's immigration strategy. Cheryl Adams, former congressional candidate in California and immigration expert.
The problems that this immigration has caused just regular everyday citizens and the stress and anxiety is it's just something that we shouldn't have to be living with as Americans.
She argues the Morin case is an example of the policy problems, noting it's unclear if there are more victims out there.
Do you think this is the first time they ever did this? No, I don't think it's the first time. It does sound like some really good detective work happened in this case. Unfortunately, it's never soon enough. Let's hope he did not attack or murder anyone since the case we're discussing.
Meanwhile, Sheriff Gaylor imploring politicians in Washington to set politics aside and find an immigration solution that could help keep Americans safe.
Whoever wins this election, and then a bipartisan effort in Congress to really address this issue, put politics aside and put public safety first, as we have all taken, I have taken as an elected official an oath to do. Live up to your oath, do your job, and let's find a process that works and secure the border.
In Baltimore, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.